positive about this story is that after a 3-year separation where I just really delved into working on myself, to understanding all about abuse, understanding why I chose somebody that was not treating me the way that I deserved to be treated, and really just learning a lot about trauma. And learning a lot about Scripture and what Scripture said about it. When I removed myself from that toxic Bible study group and really immersed myself in the Word and received accurate. I also went to a life coaching class with Dr. Henry Cloud and Dr. John Townsend, which was really amazing because they were speaking truth about what the Word said and not this distorted patriarchal slant on the Word. That really offered an opportunity for me to be confident again and to require of my husband, who did not want to divorce, to require of him to get the proper help, the proper therapeutic help for somebody who dealt with covert emotional abuse. And so he went through an intensive process of learning about himself and his lack of emotional awareness, and to become in touch with authentic and accurate emotions, to be able to express them and to experience them from another person, mainly his partner, me. And so it was a lengthy process of his work as well as I was doing my work, and ultimately we were able to put our marriage together again. And I never would have reconciled if I didn't see tangible change over a lengthy period of time. But I saw that change, I saw that improvement over time while we were separated. And once I felt that we could enter into couples therapy, because I forgot to mention that couples therapy is actually contraindicated in abusive situations. And so once we did enough of our own work, it was then an appropriate time came where we could enter couples therapy with a qualified person who was experienced in this topic. And once we were able to do that, then I had the therapeutic support to require certain things of my husband and to mitigate the traumatic symptoms that I had had. So it was actually a productive experience, and we've been able to put our marriage back together. But it was not easy, and I don't think it's fair that we mandate that of victims, because it takes a lot of work on the abuser's side, and trauma needs to be the barometer. The symptoms of trauma needs to be the barometer for how much a victim can tolerate, because they may just be unable to tolerate any more trauma, because the path of reconciling is not an easy one. You have positives and you have setbacks, and those setbacks are traumatic. But I had so much support that I was able to tolerate that experience by keeping him at arm's length until he had done enough work to where now I can honestly say he is my best friend. We listen to one another, we share our deepest emotions, we support one another. There's no more stonewalling the conversation. It's a very mutually respectful. I am no longer someone who is supposed to submit to a hierarchical being. We have mutual respect and mutual equal voice in the relationship. And he has strengths in some areas and I have strengths in others. So I naturally submit to his expertise in finances, and he naturally submits to my expertise relationally with our family or whatever. But that's not something that is mandated. It's something that we mutually respect in one another, and we have enjoyed, we've been back together for years now and have enjoyed what I have always dreamed of having in a marriage. One of The other ways that was really healing for me is that I realized that there's not a lot of support out there in cyberspace to help victims find their voice. And so I formed the Men Project. It's a 501c3 nonprofit organization to create a website that would provide terminology, language, so that victims could gain clarity and they could take the website to their therapist or to their support system, and they could educate them so that they could use the website to advocate for themselves, take it to their pastor or whomever. At the Men Project, we also create curriculum to train pastors and therapists, social workers, and other first responder types. It could even be family and friends of victims that want to learn more. We have a comprehensive curriculum that takes them through the steps of abuse, trauma, how to interface with victims in a way that won't exacerbate their trauma but will bring about healing, and so many more topics that fall under the umbrella that we're founded upon. So that's one thing that I've done that has really encouraged me and strengthened me and helped me strengthen my voice in this, is to have the outlet of helping other people. So it was taking my pain and then paying it forward and helping others during their painful process has been really a wonderful experience, and that's basically what the Men Project does.